Stranded on I-95 for hours, many troubling questions remain. Why wasn't the National Guard called in? Why didn't anyone check on the drivers? Problem solver Melissa Hippolyte investigates what happened and spoke with lawmakers about what could have been done better.
When Randy Anderson and his wife delayed a trip home to Mechanicsville from New Hampshire, they thought they were being smart.
We were definitely giving thought to our trip. It wasn't just, let's just hit the road and have fun in the snowstorm.
They reached the D.C. Beltway around 4 p.m. last Monday. Skies were clear and traffic was moving, so they got on Interstate 95.
Everything seemed to be fine. It was just slow until it wasn't fine.
They're stuck. Icy road conditions.
The Andersons were among hundreds of drivers stranded overnight along a 40-mile stretch of I-95 in the Fredericksburg region.
I'm direct. I'll try to get to it, but I don't know if I'll be able to turn around and get through it in this mess.
Randy says he had no idea what was going on until he received this public safety message on his phone at 9:15 on Tuesday morning.
But that was probably a good 12 hours after the situation developed, and
we're stuck in the middle of 95. We can't go anywhere.
Because there were people that definitely were in a dire situation, running out of fuel.
There are now several blocking disabled along South 95 out of fuel.
A couple of medical situations.
Car's going to be in a gray Honda. The daughter is 4 years old and has asthma, requesting rescue.
Even when the traffic was finally rerouted off 95 onto Route 1, the situation was not much better.
We were stuck in Route 1 traffic and eventually at a standstill clear up to about 10 o'clock Tuesday night.
1 week later, Randy has questions and concerns about how the unprecedented traffic jam was handled by the governor, VDOT, and other state leaders.
The perception certainly is such that, hey, we really didn't care about this until it was a national news story.
But from Governor Ralph Northam's perspective, on the Tuesday after the storm, he told us,
we're doing everything that we can to get to these people to keep them safe.
By Thursday, he told WRVA,
but I am getting sick and tired of people talking about what went wrong. Why don't you start asking some of these individuals that were out on the highway for hours? One, did you know about the storm? Two, why did you feel it was so important to drive through such a snowstorm?
But the quickness and severity of the storm and the backup it caused even came as a surprise to some state troopers.
Are you making any progress up there? God, we're stuck in the middle of 95. We can't go anywhere.
CBS 6 listened to hours of dispatch calls that were made last Monday night and Tuesday morning. Troopers were getting stuck, struggling to get tow companies to scenes, and trying to help motorists.
Haven't made it there yet. Traffic's at a complete standstill on the shoulders for the block of snow.
One trooper could not believe how far south the backup extended.
Traffic has been moving along pretty good and has come to a halt. Can you get any reports of anything up here?
Large crash in Division 2.
That's where I'm heading. I didn't think it was backed all the way to the 104 yet, but you think that's all related to the same thing?
Yes, there it is.
While the situation on 95 may have been caused by a perfect storm of factors, University of Mary Washington political science professor Dr. Stephen Farnsworth tells CBS 6 that Northam's comments to WRVA were completely misguided.
When the governor said that he's sick about hearing about what went wrong, that's too bad. This is what he's paid to do. This is his job, to handle matters of public safety in Virginia.
And legislators on both sides of the aisle, including U.S. Senator Mark Warner and Republican State Senator Bryce Reeves, who represents a large swath of the impacted portion of 95, both say they want answers.
Quite frankly, it was just a total failure on the part of those who are supposed to protect us.
Why there wasn't an earlier notification on a regular basis. That's why we have all these alert systems.
Reeves says the commander of a Virginia National Guard battalion is a friend of his and can't understand why the governor did not activate the Guard to help. In fact, Reeves shared a text that he sent to Northam Tuesday morning begging him to declare a state of emergency or allow him to call the local guard unit.
They could have helped get people off the road. They could have provided warmth, food, those sort of things. And those Humvees and the vehicles that they have, I know at our armory, could certainly have gone out on 95 since we were the most impacted there.
Randy Anderson says from his vantage point, there were open lanes that could have been used to clear the mess.
Not one time Monday night up until probably mid-morning Tuesday did I see anybody stopping to check on, the people that were stuck in the line, and the express lanes were good to go.
As for why VDOT did not alert drivers sooner to the backup, a spokesperson tells me they are still working on a response to my question. VDOT, along with other agencies, are working on an after-action review to address performance gaps.